So, first I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where we walked up from. And it's truly a magnificent, beautiful area. We're in Ollantaytambo and we are in Peru, and I'm about to show you some of the largest megalithic stones, some of which are 14 feet tall, 14 feet by, what did we say, 6 by 7 foot tall, standing straight up. I'm going to show you the quarry, where they quarried them from, where they dragged them from, and how they got. So, anyway, call your wife my name on a rock. No idea what that means. Oh, it does look like Machu Picchu up here. I'll tell you.
We'll be at Machu Picchu tomorrow.
Tomorrow. We're heading there after this, and so you guys ready to go? I can't wait to show you. Here we go. I'm going to put the camera, I'll flip it around, and let's go. I'm going to show you what I have already seen. We videoed a number of videos documenting it. So what you don't see here, you're going to be able to see in the videos that we have shot to give you a clearer view, more detailed view of everything you see here today. For those of you just joining us, we're in Ollantaytambo, where the megalithic site is in Peru. Some have suggested that this is actually the original capital. I know that that distinction is given to Cusco, but there are those who think that this was originally, let me show you the terraces. That's where they grew their food. And you see the granary right over there? I just did a video on it yesterday. That is off limits, but that's where they housed all the grain here in Peru. It's right across the way. I think that's cool over there. I'd love to go see it, but that's okay. I understand. Okay, I'm going to work my way over too. And while we're on our way over there, look at these megalithic stones. This is about, it's a good 6.5 feet long by almost 2 feet high by 3 feet wide almost. Look at the cuts that they did in these. You see the difference between this construction with the cement and then this construction. This is the older construction. See the scoop marks? We'll have more to say about that in our videos that we'll be releasing both here on TikTok and YouTube. For those of you who aren't subscribed already to YouTube, highly recommend it. We'll have longer horizontal versions of it, and this will be going up on YouTube later today or tomorrow. It's a good 8 feet long. Look at these blocks just left over. For those of you just joining us, we're in Ollantaytambo and Cusco, excuse me, Ollantaytambo, about an hour or so away from Cusco, Peru. Look at these large blocks. Now I'm 6'2", and this block is a little bit taller than me. Looks like it's granite, which on the Mohs scale is 9+. It only goes to 10, and that's diamond. Something had to cut this. Oh yeah. Today we would cut this with diamond tip blades. Now, you guys ready for the Behemoth Stones? Look at this. Beautifully manufactured. I don't know if that's the word, sculpted. Looks like some kind of seat, unless it had another purpose. Okay, you guys ready? This is the ultimate. For those of you who just joined us, you're looking at the Temple of the Sun, and this is absolutely incredible. Interesting how they have rock here at the base, and I'm not sure how or why that is. I don't know if somebody put that in there after the fact. This is 14 feet tall by 6 feet deep by 7 feet across. I'm going to calculate how many tons this thing is and put it in the video. There's just not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Let me back up. The sun isn't hitting it right now like it was earlier, but you can see reliefs on here, scoop marks and reliefs and design. Might be able to see the design here. Check this out. There you go. Look how tight these stones are.
No, but I just mean symbolically now, that's what's happening. And so when you get that light so close to December 22nd. That's like my dad, who was Irish. He didn't know his birthday, so he took his birthday. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I have 2 birthdays, Cindy.
Now let's talk about where they quarried these. You see that mountain over there? That mountain, and we guess it's about, I don't know, maybe 3,000 or more feet from base level right here. That is where they quarried all the rocks. That's what they say. And they said that when they quarry a rock, they push it down the mountain. Then they had a way of getting across. There's a river here. They had a way of getting across the river. I'm okay with all of that. What I'm not okay with is to take something this size and drag it up the side of this mountain. Look at the angle. You're looking at anywhere between 30 to 45 degree angles. When you have to drag something level, let's say you have logs underneath it or something like that, that's one thing. But when you have something that has to come up, it makes it a lot more heavier, you see? So, yep, that's where they came from, and that's the story. Let me bring you over to some of the other stones, rogue stones, whatever you want to call them. They just kind of were left here. Now that's what they call it's a metal key. And there's my hand right there to show you the size. And there's one over here on this side. Okay? And they would pour metal in here, and there would be a corresponding one on another rock that would butt up against it. Just to give you an idea of size. Look how beautifully dressed these stones are. There's more of those characteristic scoops. When the stone, according to the people here that do the tours, the stone was soft. How do you soften granite? I believe this is granite. I tested one stone and it was a Mohs 9 plus, so, you know, and that means that it's just one step away from diamond. We're going to be checking a lot of stuff when we get back, calculating some of these stones' weight. For those of you just joining us, we're live here at Ollantaytambo in Peru. Look at this. This is the back side of the other side of the stone that had the scoop marks out. And when you touch it, it's actually sharp. If I pressed any further and went faster, I probably could at least bruise, if not cut. This stone right here, which is, we measured it on camera. You'll be seeing this coming up. When I first put my hand on it, on the stone right here, I couldn't believe how smooth it is. Now, granted, it does still have the pock marks in it like this, but what has been smoothed, polished, it's just so soft to the hand. Amazing stuff. Okay, I'm gonna bring you down with me. There's the terraces. That's again where they grew their food. There's my wife, Kristen. Kristen, wave! I won't be able to read all your comments only because we're outside and it's difficult, but go ahead and throw them up there for the sake of others. You can see the scoop marks again right there. And the gentleman at Saxe Woman said that the stone was soft, and then they dressed them with some kind of tool, and it left behind these telltale marks of the scoop. These nubs, we found out that the nubs were not used to haul these rocks up, that they're symbolic. So you'll see ones with 1 and others with 2 nubs on them. Not all of them have them, which lends me to believe that they weren't used to haul the stones up. They were used just as a means of, as he said, a symbolic, some kind of symbolism on it. He said what it was, but I don't remember it. I was so busy calculating the idea that in my mind about using them to lift, which is what I originally was told and thought, but not all the stones have those nubs on them. So yeah, it's not consistent. So you have large stones with nubs, some large stones without nubs. So I'll go along with the symbolic thing. Sounds more plausible. What's implausible though, how in the world they moved all these things around. Look at this. How beautiful. Yeah, we're in Peru. And that's the granary up there. So fantastic. The granary was built, they say, in the 1400s. It's off limits right now, but the granary was there to hold all the grain that they were able to grow here. And it's pretty windy up there, I guess, which means that it keeps it even cooler and preserves it. Again, here's the terraces. And that's the entrance to where we came in, right down there. I'm going to take you down these terraces. You're going to be absolutely amazed. Hey. We're live on TikTok. Heard of TikTok? That's where we are. All right, this mysterious door. And there's the nubs right there. There's one right there. There's the ones with 2, ones with 1. There you go. All right, this mysterious door. And there's the nubs right there. There's one right there. There's the ones with 2, ones with 1. There you go. Now, what they use these for, there's been 2 things. Ceremonial, maybe they put a golden monkey in there or something like that. Or they put mummies in here, but we had a video we did of one, there was a larger opening. But apparently they put something in there, and that's why we have them. We, meaning they. Look at these stones. Earthquake proofing, that's why they did this. That's why they constructed them like this. And look again at how in the world did they fashion these and then put them together and have all varying different sizes and shapes. Look at this. Who does this? You do it when you want to earthquake-proof something, apparently. More nubs. And these nubs look like they have been, if they've been sculpted or carved, with a rock hammer and a rock chisel. That's the prevailing thought. See the lichen on there? That tells you this is old. Look at this beautiful, beautiful architecture. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's just gorgeous, and there's nothing sloppy about this at all. Again, check out the crack. Let me put my finger up there so you can get an idea. How did they cut these? How did they fashion these? Were these put in a mold? Is that how it was done? Was it done with some kind of saw? And then you got to go through the process of making a rounded corner, and then put these nubs on, and then make sure that it's flat. I mean, these surfaces are flat. Look at them. They bulge out a little bit on the ends. From my understanding, it helps absorb the vibration when they do have an earthquake. And the reason why they were so earthquake, look at this. Look at this. And then you got the scoop mark right here. Unbelievable. If you guys like this stuff and you want to follow us, please do. We're going to be doing this all week. We're going to Machu Picchu tomorrow, and we'll be doing the same thing. If we can get a signal at Machu Picchu, we are going to be broadcasting. Right now we're at Ollantaytambo in Peru, looking at the megalithic structures that look otherworldly. Now, as we come down here, the megaliths start to dissipate. No, you're fine. And this is going to be the last of them that you'll see until we see a few that are on the ground that have been strewn about that they have in like a garden. Here we've got the world famous terraces. And again, they grew their food on these terraces and then stored them in the granary right across the way there. Built in the 1400s. That's where they stored their food, kept it. Oh, look at that. It goes all the way down. Okay. Woof. Man, this is an incredible place. Those of you just joining us, we are at Ollantaytambo in Peru. We got houses up there. Look at that. See if I can zoom in a little bit. We are not able to get there. I don't know if you can. Can meaning that you're allowed to. My wife says if you come here real early in the morning, like 7 a.m., before it officially opens, 6 a.m., you can kind of, I don't know, get into other areas that perhaps aren't accessible. Let's go ahead and just take a rest over here. I tested this rock right here on the Mohs scale. I took a Mohs 9 and I made a little scratch right there, and you'll see it in the video. It's a little bit clearer. Look at this hole. How did they create that? Ooh, there's an icky spider in there. Yucky. I don't know what kind of spider that is in there, but I'm not going to find out. All right, so we got some benches over here for us old people, so we can take a rest. We'll go down there in just a little bit. And I want to encourage you to go onto my... Hold on, I'm going to switch this around. All right. Woo! So, a couple things. The ProLinks link that we have in our profile page, it goes to 12 different things that you're going to want to check out. Some have asked, how do you get to your YouTube channel, and how do you get to Instagram, and how do you get one of those cool shirts? And just go there and you're going to be able to check it all out. Man, you guys are, did you find God yet? No, not looking for God. But we are certainly looking for evidence of ancient technology, giant humans, and the like, and to try to make some sense on how all this was done. And we got a long way to go. Obviously, we have a certain narrative that we follow, so it fits into that somehow. But it's just amazing. It's amazing. And I'll tell you, the one thing that I found very, very interesting, nobody seems to completely agree on things here. As far as who did it, how it was done, what was done exactly, for what reasons. I mean, they all have their theories, from the learned all the way to the locals that have been here all their lives. One gentleman who's been doing tour guiding at Saxe Woman for 25 years, he had a picture of an inscription he said that nobody has ever seen. He believes that aliens inscribed it. Now, he's been doing this for 25 years, and he's been around. And I'm not saying aliens did it. What I am saying, though, is that it's interesting that he did not assign it to pre-Inca or Inca. He said it's otherworldly. And he said there are some things that nobody has even seen, documented. He says it'll blow anything away that any of those programs have. So Interesting. So, yeah, let me turn the camera around so you can see what I'm seeing, because it's more interesting than me. I'll tell you that right now. Oops, there we go. So we're on one of the terraces, just kind of hanging out, kind of chilling. There's Kristen. Wave to the camera. That's my wife, Kristen. She's up there documenting everything. And just FYI, guys and gals, the reason why you want to follow us, because we got a ton of videos coming out over the next few weeks on here on TikTok, let alone YouTube. And you got to go to YouTube and subscribe. And here's the reason why. And I'm not just saying, I'm not begging you. I'm not one of those guys that's saying, subscribe to our channel. It's not like that at all. The content that we're putting up there and are going to put up there is just like, it's just crazy. So, Lost World Museum, when you get to YouTube, make sure you click the little alert bell. I'm going to tell you another story. You see those rocks right there? I'm going to zoom in on it. I'm going to tell a story in one of the videos, but I'm going to tell it to you live. Okay, so my wife, you see how steep that is? My wife was up there tooling around, and the bus was about to leave very shortly. I have footage on her GoPro of her sliding down those rocks. She skied with her shoes down the rocks so she could get to her bus. And I'm going to show you the footage of her. She videoed her scooting down the mountain, point of view. So I'm going to set it up and then I'm going to show the video. She's a crazy girl. Crazy girl. How does the rock wall to your right marry to the natural rock at the base? That's a good question. It kind of just meets, I guess, almost superimposing. Not really superimposing, but it meets there contour-wise. That's a great question, by the way. Let me give you a little bit. Let me zoom in a little bit. Sorry I haven't been able to get to all your questions. So much going on here at the same time that it's hard to do that. But so yeah, at 11:30 we got to take off. That's 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we got to catch a train to go to Machu Picchu, but we're not going to be broadcasting at Machu Picchu not until tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll probably be doing it in the morning. And I just want to say a big shout out for everybody in Europe. How you guys doing? I don't know who's on there from Scotland, Ireland, the UK, London, Denmark, Finland, Norway. Did I forget anybody? So, and all my kababayans there in the Philippines. And my mates down there in New Zealand and Australia. I'm not forgetting about you. And of course, you guys in the United States. There you go. There's an Ireland. There you go. Melbourne. Yeah. This is just the beginning, guys and gals. We've been on TikTok for about a year now, a little over a year, about 13 months. And if an old guy can get 500,000 subscribers talking about apes, aliens, or Adam, you guys can too. If you decide that you want to do something and put the time in, go for it. I love this. I don't know what it is. I think it's just it just looks cool. That's the granary where they stored all of the stuff that they grew on these terraces. All right, I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna put this up on YouTube later, so if anybody wants to send it to their friend or missed part of it, you guys can watch it. I want to thank all of you for coming on. I got to collect my wife from somewhere. She's running around here just documenting everything. And by the way, we're shooting everything in horizontal and vertical for both formats. So you're going to get slightly different videos, even if they were all the same length, which they're not going to be. But the YouTube videos are going to be larger, longer. Head on over there. We've got over almost close to 1,700 people that have subscribed. That's not a huge amount, but we haven't been doing much with it. We're going to be. But there you have it. Also, too, on our, let me see if I can appreciate the view. You're very welcome. Oh, I don't have the wife sliding video up yet. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get it to you. I got to get the footage off of her GoPro, and then I got to take the clips that I just shot today to set up the shot. But I'll put it together. I'll put it up there. I promise you. By the way, FYI, two cool things that are coming up that you may or may not know about. 3. Number 1, they're allowing certain creators to do 3-minute videos on TikTok. I have not done any yet. I don't dare do any just yet. Not on TikTok. The other thing is that they're going to be, and this, somebody got so excited, was jumping up and down yesterday when I said this. There's going to be playlists. They're going to be allowing people, they just rolled it out. I don't have the capability of doing that yet, but when I do, I will take complete advantage of it. Playlists on TikTok coming soon. Third thing, and this thing excites me probably more than anything else. Thanks, is that Bernard? Bernard, thank you for the TikTok gift. We're going to be doing a text-based alert system. In the month of June, we're going to roll it out, which means that if you want to, it's not going to be, I was thinking of doing, not like WhatsApp or something like that, Telegram. I was going to do Telegram, but I thought anyone that wants to be alerted has to get Telegram on their phone. And I thought, how about they just text their phone number, do a real quick sign up, and then from that point forward, you get a text and a link every time we go live, or we throw up a new video, or something remarkable happens. And we may even segment it too. So if you just want to know about lives, that's when you're going to get alerted. You want to know about lives and video releases? There you go. We may even have one for product release, So it is going to be a very, very cool rest of this month and June. All right, I gotta go. I don't want to, but I gotta go. My wife and I will be on later tonight. So figure right around, I don't know, maybe 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Say somewhere between 6 and 7 Eastern Standard Time, my wife Kristen and I will be back on the talk live. By then, hopefully we'll spit out a couple of videos, okay? All right, coming to you, and I'll give you one more look of what you're seeing here, or what we're seeing here. Coming to you live from Ollantaytambo, Peru. We give you the terraces and the megalithic structures of this mysterious place that we've just had an incredible time documenting and exploring. We've got a lot more to come, folks. A lot more to come. Follow us if you'd like. We're going to get going for right now. Love you all. We're doing this for you as well as for us. My wife especially, she loves this stuff, this travel stuff. I'm kind of liking it. Anyway, enough about that. You guys have a great day. Thanks for coming in. Love you guys back. Seriously, we really do have an affection for all of you out there, regardless of whether you're a believer in apes, aliens, or Adam, or completely agnostic of the whole thing. We still appreciate you being here, and we need you here. Take care.